that I'm wanting to play now, and it's Show and Tell. Oops. Let's go into decks. I'm kind of poor right now. Like, I put a whole bunch of stupid decks together, like some typical stuff. Yeah, so Show and Tell. Show and Tell is one of those busted cards. Like, a lot of people are like, ugh, Magic is really broken these days. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's called Power Creep. So yeah, it's going to be busted. So, the deck revolves around the shell for Show and Tell. This isn't anything new. I'm not claiming this to be my own, so don't be stupid. We're playing blue, black, and green. So, naturally, because we're playing in Timeless, it wins on turn 3. There's a lot of card draw, a lot of fetch lands. I think there's, is it 10? 8 fetch lands, which can fetch 8 different lands out of the deck. The deck contains only 20 lands, which is cool because the biggest spell we have to cast from our hand generally is Show and Tell. Show and Tell. Each player may put an artifact, creature, enchantment, or land from their hand onto the battlefield for free, costs nothing. The spell itself costs 1 blue and 2. It's a sorcery, mythic rare. There's 4 of them in the deck. To help us get this card, we have assembled a team, which is 1 black and green sorcery. Search the top third of your library, rounded up for a card. Put that card into your hand and then shuffle. We also have sleight of hand. Look at the top 2 cards, I think it says. Yeah, top 2 cards, put 1 in your hand, 1 in the bottom of your library. It's a sorcery, costs 1 blue. Brainstorm, 1 blue, instant, draw 3 cards, and put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library in any order. This is a really cool card to play with the fetch lands. I used to absolutely hate Brainstorm, but with the fetch lands, it's kind of cool, because like you'll put, for one blue mana, you're going to draw 3 cards, you're going to put 2 back, and like, yeah, you're going to put the crap that you don't really want in your hand, back on top of your deck. And then you can use a fetch land to get one of your different lands that have a land type on them. And you shuffle everything away. And then you don't have those 2 crappy cards on top anymore. The overall combo, there's only 1 card that interacts with the combo. Actually, no, that's a lie. You have Omniscience. Omniscience, we all know this is a mythic blue enchantment. Costs 3 blue and 7, so a total of 10 mana. And it says you may cast spells from your hand without paying their mana cost. Holy shit. How are we going to play that on turn 3? Well, with Show and Tell. Show and Tell will put that into play for us for free from our hand. We are running 4 of those. We are also running 1 with the Multiverse. That card costs 6 and 2 blue. It's also an enchantment. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. It's always going to be face up for us. You may play lands and cast spells from the top of your library. Once during each of your turns, you may cast a spell from your hand or the top of your library without paying its mana cost. We're also playing with Lorien Revealed. That we have mostly for the island cycling, because we're not going to be spending 5 mana to draw 3 cards most likely. There's a single Demonic Tutor, because in Timeless it is limited to just 1. We have Dig Through Time, which gives us some pretty big card advantage. You get to look at the top 7 cards of your deck and put 2 of them in your hand. It also has Delve. It's also an instant. So 2 blue and 6, Delve, look at the top 7 cards, like I said. Delve, what that does is each card you exile from your graveyard while casting this spell pays for 1 mana. So if we're cracking a lot of fetch lands and playing a lot of our chaff card draw and deck manipulation, we can possibly cast this for real cheap. We're also running Atraxa Grand Unifier, because who the hell isn't running Atraxa the Grand Unifier at all in any format that she's legal in? Let me see this. The casting cost is 3 colorless mana. Green, white, blue, and black. She is a 7/7 legendary creature with flying, vigilance, death touch, and lifelink. She is our biggest card advantage generator aside from Omniscience in the deck. When she enters the battlefield, you reveal the top 10 cards of your library. For each card type, you may put a card of that type from among the revealed cards into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. The card types that they have listed on here are Artifact, Battle, Creature, Enchantment, Instant, Land, Planeswalker, and Sorceries. There's also a singular card type. I'm having a hard... I think they're calling it Kindred now, which used to be Tribal. We're no longer calling it Tribal. Am I a fan of Commander or North America? North America is okay. Commander's alright. I don't play Paper Magic anymore. I've only been playing on Arena. So my Commander is called Brawl. And I play Historic Brawl because I think Standard Brawl is crap. Alright, so the combo, we want Show and Tell. We have a bunch of ways to get to Show and Tell and then to get the Omniscience in play. Omniscience is going to let us play everything for free from our hand. And the combo is as follows. We want to get this single Mastermind's Acquisition from our deck. Mastermind's Acquisition is a sorcery, costs 2 black and 2. And what this does for a rare, you either search your library for a card and put it in your hand and then shuffle, or you put a card you own from outside of the game into your hand. Now, what that means is we get a sideboard. With that, so long as our Omniscience survives, we're going to use Mastermind's Acquisition to look into our sideboard for our second Mastermind's Acquisition. Using that second Mastermind's Acquisition, we are then going to play or fetch from our sideboard again, Scholar of the Ages. Scholar of the Ages is a 3/3 human wizard, costs 7 mana. When it enters the battlefield, you return up to 2 target instant and or sorcery cards from your graveyard to your hand. We are going to put those 2 Mastermind Acquisitions back into our hand. We're going to use one of those again, thanks to Omniscience, to search through our sideboard for our third card, which is Approach to the Second Sun. Approach to the Second Sun is a 7-cost sorcery. If this spell is cast from your hand, and you've cast another spell named Approach to the Second Sun this game, you win the game. Otherwise, you put Approach to the Second Sun into its owner's library, 7th from the top, and you gain 7 life. Cool. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cast Mastermind's Acquisition for a 4th time, but this time we're going to use it to look through our deck to find Approach to the Second Sun again, and then play Approach to the Second Sun again, and for free because of Omniscience, winning us the game. And we're going to do this all on turn 3. If not on turn 3, sometimes we can do it on turn 2. I've done it once on turn 2. So now that I've spent 10 minutes explaining the deck, because I'm an idiot. Lol, like, nah. You meant nah, not NA. Okay. Alright. So all of you on Facebook aren't going to be able to see what I'm doing, but don't worry, I will put the video up on Facebook later. No, we're playing Timeless. And we're going to do Show and Tell. We have some mana ramp stuff like Utopia Sprawl, I think it's called, which we can play on turn 1. It turns one of our forests into a double land. Depending on the forest, You are needing either blue or black mana for it. The only thing that kills this deck is anything that exiles our graveyard. Okay, opening hand, assemble a team, Veil of Summer, Atraxa, Brainstorm, One with the Universe, Flooded Strand, and Polluted Delta. We can keep this. Drawing Undercity Sewers, we're going to play Polluted Delta. Sacrifice Polluted Delta. And let's get Breeding Pool. Paying 2 life. We got Breeding Pool, so we can either Brainstorm at the end of the turn, or if they're gonna, because they're playing black, we can Veil of Summer right away. Each opponent discards a card. Okay, so we're not gonna be able to Veil of Summer that. So Brainstorm. Let's do Atraxa and Dig Through Time will go back on top. Doesn't matter the order. Let's discard Atraxa. We're not playing her for a while. And we're drawing Atraxa anyways. So, Flooded Strand. Flood Strand is getting, I think, another Breeding Pool. Pay 2 life. Oh, I'm dumb. I didn't, that was not what I thought that was. Veil of Summer was definitely not Utopia Sprawl. God, I feel dumb. Brainstorm. Let's put Atraxa. Oh my god. One with nothing is going on top. Let's do, we'll get rid of, let's get rid of the swamp. God, I feel stupid. Okay. Flooded Strand. So we're gonna go down to 10 life as I get a Watery Grave here. Next, assemble the team. Assemble is getting Show and Tell. Next turn we can play Show and Tell for One with the Multiverse and then hope that we get something really good on the top of our deck. Down to 8 as he attacks with 2 Eldritch Fang Disciples. He's got counter magic mana up. Play Show and Tell. Counter target spell. We're gonna get rid of that island. Lame. Oh man. Another Flooded Strand. We're down to 5 mana, or 5 life right now. Looking for Mystic Sanctuary, put Show and Tell back on top. Impulse. He's got 3 cards in hand, I have 2. We're taking Show and Tell. Play Show and Tell. Another counterspell. Yep. Ooh, nope, never mind. He's drawing 2 cards with contact other plane. Alright. So, one with the multiverse is in play. Alright. Dig through time. We're gonna take another dig, and we're gonna take Demonic Tutor. Omniscience is on top of our deck right now. His turn. Surveil 2, draw a card with Curates. We go down to 1. He has 1. Okay, cool. So we are gonna play Demonic Tutor from our hand for 2 mana. The top of the Vard deck. We're gonna look for that. Play Omniscience from our hand for free. Oh, it went into play, and we win. So, Mastermind's Acquisition. Looking for a second Masterminds. Mastermind again. Scholar of the Ages. Scholar of the Ages for free because of Omniscience. Getting back both Masterminds. Mastermind's Acquisition for free, looking through our sideboard. Approach to the Second Sun. Approach to the Second Sun for free, as I said. Then Mastermind for free. He surrenders. Good game. So first game, we get down to 1 life. And we win. We won at 17 minutes into the video. First match, 1 for 1. Keep a swamp. This is like the one format where I don't mind keeping a 1 land hand. It is annoying, but you can live with it. So we're going to use this for blue mana. And then let's do this. A lot of people play Mishra's Bauble. So let's see, we're going to play Assemble the Team. Got a blue mana floating. Cool. We'll get a Show and Tell. Let's do Sleight of Hand with the remaining mana. We will get 1 with the Multiverse. Next, play a Breeding Pool. It's working. So glad like Blightsteel Colossus isn't played. Oracle of the Alpha. Let's do this. Play show and tell. One with the multiverse is in play. There's the Omniscience on top of the deck. Play that for free thanks to One with the Multiverse. One with the Multiverse. Masterminds Acquisition. Masterminds Acquisition. Scholar of the Ages. Scholar of the Ages. Gets both of the Masterminds Acquisitions. This is turn 4. Approach for free. My 4th Masterminds Acquisition. Playing Approach of the Second Sun again. Turn 4 win at 22 minutes in. It's a fun deck. Busted ass magic. Busted ass magic, dude. The deck loses to graveyard manipulation stuff, like I said. This is a deck that should be played in best of 3, so that way you have access to a 15 card sideboard and not a 7 card sideboard, because then you can put in like your counter spells and shit like that, or whatever. So we have 2 Omniscience, an Impulse of Brainstorm, 2 lands, and a Traxa in hand. So all we need is to get that show and tell. And a 3rd land. Which we can actually do because we'll have Lorien revealed. We can island cycle that. I think I'm going to use that. Probably getting... Ooh, Chalice of the Void. What are you going to counterspell? Or, okay. Okay, so he just... Chalice of the Void, the Brainstorm. So, that's okay. So our 1 cost, or wait, counter that spell. Okay. Yeah, so he can counter all of our 1 mana spells now. Ooh, cool. We have a Boseiju on top of the deck. plays a Fable of the Mirror Breaker. I'll play Undercity. We don't need a swamp. It's Impulse. Okay. Show and tell. We win next turn. Possibly. Let's see. I'm afraid he might have Goblin Charbelcher because he hasn't done anything, and he's got one of those rare lands in play that's a sorcery on the front side. He plays another fucking land. Okay. Alright. So we're playing Atraxo for free. Alright. Yep. And he says good game. So in those top 10 cards, there was the Mastermind's Acquisition. We had Omniscience in play, so another victory turn at turn 4, 26 minutes in. So that's 3 for 3. Mono Red's not going to have any interactions. That's why I was worried about. He had the mana open for Goblin Charbelcher. Goblin Charbelcher, it's a 4-cost artifact, which you could have played for free with me playing Show and Tell. And then for 3 mana, and then you tap the Charbelcher. What it's going to do is you're going to flip cards until you hit a land. And then you're going to deal that much damage to a target equal to how many cards you flip through. If you reveal a mountain that way, it doubles the damage. So it's kind of worried there, because as I'm going off, he could just activate that, and we'd be done, possibly, if he hit 15 cards. But usually if you're playing Goblin Charbelcher, you're not playing lands in your deck. You're just not. You're playing all those goofy sorceries and instants where they have a land on the backside. Because cards like Goblin Charbelcher are lazy. They're not going to look at the back of a card. It's not mandatory in Magic. So Magic is lazy like that with some of the mechanics. But that's how that deck works, and that's what I'm going to be playing for like the next few weeks. I don't know how much. I don't think I spent any money on this deck. I think I just had like, well, that's a lie. I didn't spend any money on it this week. I probably did pay for some packs to get some of these cards, so I mean, that's definitely a thing. I'll show the deck again. I like it. It's a lot of fun. I saw another dude playing it. I can't remember what his name is. I just discovered that YouTuber. I didn't think I would ever use the island cycling on Lorien revealed there, and I did in that last game. It's crazy. So, Magic is a really weird game. What's up, Tyler? We're playing some busted ass Magic right now, dude. So, deck's a lot of fun. I think the fastest I've gotten a deck to win is on turn 2. Like, without the opponent conceding, like an actual win, turn 2. On average, it's turn 3. At its worst, turn 4. So, I dig it. I fucking love combo decks. Oh, yeah, that's it.